Hi, what's going on? My name is Jameson Huckabee with BeerGenius. You can find us both at beergenius.net and beergeni.us. That'll both get you to the same place. I have today Bell's from Michigan, Two Hearted Ale. It's an IPA. It's a nice IPA. I've done it in a couple different styles of glassware here. By the way, remind me, we need to do a glassware segment pretty quickly because I think that would be immensely helpful for some of the viewers and those who see these funny different types of glasses and so-and-so's pouring this barley wine in here and whatever. So I think it'd be helpful to actually know why these particular types of glassware are immensely helpful in actually tasting your beer, which is what we're all about. So anyway, I first poured this into a globe glass here, and to be fair, this glass is from New Belgium. I'm drinking a brew from Bell's Brewery in Michigan. It's the Two Hearted IPA. Really very delicious. I like this shape a lot because it allows the beer to sort of funnel itself into your senses so you can really taste it. And it also gives you some volume to kind of play around with it a little bit. I think almost like a wine glass, and you'll sort of get the idea. Although this shape is not extreme enough to really throw somebody off. The second glass I have is your typical pint glass. This is perfect for I like IPAs out of them very much, although IPAs tend to be very floral, so this glass is advantageous for that sort of thing. I like pint glasses for browns, and I'll be doing a brown in a little while. I also like this sort of pint glass for reds, and it's hard to beat. There's a reason it's the standard here in the United States, and that's because it's a great all-purpose glass for pretty much anything. It's almost a hybrid of everything else out there. So we'll talk more about that later. Back to Bell's. Bell's is from Michigan. We actually don't have Bell's in Kansas. I'm fortunate enough to live in Missouri, where Bell's is actually distributed. Live next to Missouri, excuse me. So I was able to get some and enjoy it because they are a phenomenal brewery. Tried the amber. I really like that as well. Let's give this IPA a whirl here. Getting a nice floral nose on it. It's not quite as pungent as some of your West Coast IPAs. It's a lot more gentle, which I particularly enjoy. I do think that it's maybe missing something at the back of my palate. I'm getting just a bit of bitterness, which is good. I really like that. But there's just something missing, This is a nice beer. I could drink this beer during a football game, enjoy myself, have a good time. This beer is actually 7% alcohol, and I would have no idea. I've tasted some IPAs that are much closer to about 5.5% alcohol, and they taste a lot boozier than this one does. So this obviously has a real substantial malty base to it. That really balances out that hoppiness, which is maybe a little atypical for this particular style of beer. This beer is going to be great with some mildly spicy dishes. Think some light Cajun type dishes, or even Mexican food. It would be phenomenal with Mexican food. It would really sort of balance out some spicier stuff there. If you can find this, they distribute over quite a bit of the U.S. I'm actually in the middle of building a tool right now that will let you know where a particular beer is distributed, so you know if you can get it in your state. And not only if you can get it, but what liquor stores around you. We should have that up and running. I don't know. I'm aiming for about 3 months. Hopefully it'll be sooner than that. But you know how these things go. So this is a nice beer. I'm going to go finish the rest of it. Scoring-wise, what do I think? Originality within style. We're going to pull this beer in and think about it just for a second. This is probably closer to what an original IPA is. than some of the West Coast varieties we get. That's not necessarily a good thing, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just letting you know, just in case you're curious. Overall quality, it's a wonderful beer. It's really very good. As far as the beer itself, the color's nice. It's a nice honey. It's like a light amber. It's more of a honey. So, if you can store that away in your brain and associate the taste, then you're good to go. Overall score, I'm going to say an 89 out of 100. So, Bells, nice job. I really enjoy this. I could spend some good time with this, and we'll see what happens sometime. So, cheers.